Hello, and thank you for listening. For the next 10 minutes, we will share with you about how Indian smart cities can plan with nature. This presentation is by Urban Biodiversity Hub. Who are we? This is Anushri.
I am Mika.
And I'm Jennifer.
And we are from the Urban Biodiversity Hub, or UBHub for short. So, UBHub was an NGO founded in December 2016, and we have contributors representing 16 countries. We have had the opportunity to collaborate with IUCN, the World Bank, the USDN program called the Urban Biodiversity Inventories. So, what is urban biodiversity conservation? This is an umbrella term which broadly encompasses many aspects of resilience as well as sustainability. It covers the built up area and the human centered areas with associated activities which improve humans' relation with nature. It includes things like ecosystem services, green infrastructure, and others. So, how does urban biodiversity connect with smart cities? Urban biodiversity contributes to resilience in many ways. Aspects like green infrastructure, climate adaptation and mitigation, green space planning, and access. The Smart City Mission in India, which was implemented in 2015, has its core principle to work on cities' infrastructure, physical, social, and environment. The Smart City projects have biodiversity initiatives as well as some aspects of biodiversity in their projects. When we look at how can local governments plan for biodiversity, they don't need to create dedicated and standalone plans or assessment. As such, they can integrate the biodiversity actions and plans with their existing strategies like the green or blue infrastructure plans, the climate adaptation mitigation plans, or the smart city plan, which can also connect with international programs or the national and state objectives. How can UBHub help? UBHub is a platform that enables local governments to plan easily with nature. Our focus is on planning and the policy aspects of biodiversity in urban spaces. We can help you to find the latest best practices in your region or with the cities which are similar to yours. Choose from and apply existing frameworks and indices, or use the relevant existing data to your context. For example, the Indian Biodiversity Portal website. Now, Mika will talk more about the UBHub platform.
UBHub is a website with a public site and a member site. The public site is available to explore freely, and we will demo it for you now. It contains a public database in a map form. This map has over 2,000 actions for biodiversity in over 1,300 urban locations, making it the largest public database of urban biodiversity activities to date. And if you'd like to find activities that are in cities just like yours or in your country, we can zoom in on India. There are filters that you can use to apply to the data so that you can find what's relevant to you. The filters include things like scale, for example, whether it's a metro region or a city or a community. You can filter by the kinds of biodiversity activities that the cities are doing. For example, you'd like to know which cities have a biodiversity plan or which ones have other kinds of plans. Or they can filter by the biodiversity program or index that the city is participating in. Or they can also look at the land area of the city, the density of the population there, or any other aspects that you can see here in the filters that we have. And by filtering, you'll be able to find cities that are similar to you or very different from you based on the filters that you use. And when you find cities that you'd like to explore, you can select on these locations. And for example, in Hyderabad, you can see that there are links, and by clicking on them, you'll be able to get to the web pages that list the activities. Another example is the Mehsana district, which has a biodiversity study. And here in Kochi, they have participated in the Interact Bio program of ICLE and has also analyzed its ecological footprint. They have also published their biodiversity map this year. In summary, the map database can be used to showcase your initiative. It can help you locate comparable and relevant activities that are similar to your city and find links to the plans and policies that these other cities have. You can also compare indices and other programs that the cities are taking part in. On UBHub, you can also find information that does not have a geographic location, and that's compiled in our guide. It has over 100 resources on urban biodiversity, and especially relevant is the comparison of 9 guidelines for how to plan with nature, and this guide can help you choose what is right for your city to start with. This is how the guide looks like. For each of the guidelines, you can see a summary of the program, the steps involved in following this program, the requirements that you need to participate in it, and also a short list of the pros and cons. I have just covered the public site of the UBHub website, which contains the map database and also a guide of resources that you can refer to. And now Jennifer will talk about the UBHub members site.
On the MyHub members site, we have the MyHub platform, which is a private workspace for municipalities to create accounts where they keep track of their biodiversity efforts. We call this MyHub. When you log into MyHub, you'll find the indicator tracker that makes this measurement accessible and user-friendly, with key information at a glance on the dashboard. Data is stored securely and calculations are made automatically. The advantages of the MyHub dashboard include it can organize and structure your data in one place, create standardized indicators and calculations across different cities using the same framework. You can coordinate with multiple institutional partners or departments, and it automatically generates visual reports that you can use elsewhere. If we zoom in on the main part of the MyHub platform, you'll see you can select from various pre-existing frameworks, or you can choose your own custom framework and build indicators that work for you. When we look at the Singapore Index as an example, the Singapore Index indicator tracker allows you to enter your data for each one of the 23 indicators, and then this data is automatically calculated to create your total. Each indicator also has an information button for you to find examples and more information on the calculation. The summary page for the Singapore Index allows you to track your progress and see your point total. It also allows you to generate automatic reports. If we look at another example among the list, the Urban Biodiversity Inventories Framework Indicator Tracker works differently to reflect the program. In this case, you fill in the data for the program and then choose the targets that you'd like to meet for each of the species. Then the program will generate automatic visuals, and those can be compiled into a report. Some of these visuals are shown here. So in summary, the UBHub platform can help you in many ways. We can feature your activities on the UBHub database and map. We can help you select international frameworks or other standard indicators to track your progress on biodiversity targets. Our indicator tracker helps you manage your progress through your biodiversity plan, and we can help you establish a strategy to address biodiversity specific to your city. We'd like to thank you for listening to this presentation, and we hope that if you have any doubts, please contact us at the email shown here, ubhub.org@gmail.com. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.